Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed the final countdown, as it could be the final game of the night for the Thundercats up against Burden United. Burden United take a 1-0 lead in game number 1. And of course, I'm SP Revolution 5, joined by DragonDrop Dota for Truesight TV. We appreciate everybody coming out here and just showing your support. If you don't mind, just pressing that follow button. It's no cost to you, but so much benefit to us, and it helps us out a ton. Anyways, DragonDrop, I hope you had a nice break in between the games.
Yeah, I've been catching up on what's happening in the IEM qualifiers for StarCraft 2, and I'm actually missing a huge chunk of that casting with you, so hope you appreciate me being here.
Oh, I definitely appreciate you being here.
Snoot actually, I don't know if you guys are StarCraft fans, but...
A little bit. Here.
A little bit, yeah. Liquid Snoot is currently up 1-0 up against a Korean Terran that I haven't seen before, but yeah, Koreans usually pretty good at StarCraft 2, so
yeah,
it goes to show how good Snoot is. I mean, I love Liquid, I love Snoot. Those are awesome. Anyway, back to the game at hand here, which is not in fact StarCraft 2, but Dota 2. Also 2 in the name is neither of these. I mean, I guess Blizzard can counter 3. Valve not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
if it weren't for Blizzard counting to 3, how would we have ever gotten Dota?
That's true, that's true.
That's true. Anyways, Burden United starting off with the Wisp pick. They actually banned out the Sniper and also Storm Spirit. I'm a little surprised on the Storm Spirit. I want to say that's a Monkeys Forever kind of signature hero. A little bit. Not 100% sure about that, though.
Maybe it's just as a response to the surge of popularity that Storm Spirit has been getting after the AC. I want to say, just quell that right off the bat, and then just ban it out if you don't want to play up against it. If you don't want to risk that hero just getting out of control and just not being able to catch him at all, right? All right, Wisp and Slark being picked up. So.
And I mean, you want mobility on Slark.
Yeah.
Now you've got it with Wisp.
Thing is, that might not even be the main combination they want to go for, right? So if you're Thundercats, you still have to think about banning out the Tiny, banning out the Chaos Knight even. But the problem is, if the Wisp is picked, then you also have to consider either, okay, do we want to ban out popular Wisp combos, or do we just want to try and stick to our draft and what we have planned out for our draft, and then ban according to that? I think the latter is in most of the case the better option.
Yeah.
Especially if you already have some sort of tools within your draft that can deal with the Wisp relocating someone in. Because if you're about to ban out Wisp heroes, that's kind of what the hero pick does, right? It's a magnet for bans, which leaves, of course, other heroes in the pool that the team that picked Wisp is looking for as well. The problem is that there's so many good Wisp combos that you can't really ban them all out. Right? So shouldn't even try, in my opinion. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna ban out the Queen of Pain instead, as well as the Broodmother. So very annoying, very good heroes to actually make use of the space that the Wisp gives you. Queen of Pain with the initiation and the Wisp to follow up. Broodmother just being able to do her own thing on the other side of the map while Wisp was creating all that chaos. So definitely smart bans here from Thundercats, nothing wrong with that. Burden United pick up the Dazzle, so that's even more sustained. It's actually quite huge if you think about it. I mean, the Shadow Wave is a good heal in itself with a very low cooldown. Only 6 seconds on level 4. And that is amplified, of course, by the Tether as well. And on top of that, the regeneration that the Slark has inherently in his ultimate form, it's gonna be really hard to kill him. But Thundercats, with the Shadow Fiend, with the Lion, with the Clockwork, they have the potential to actually, if they can lock him down, they have the potential to easily burst him down as well, between these 3 heroes alone.
Yeah, and since, of course, Shadow Fiend... Well, since Sniper has already been banned out, they'll be able to pick up the Shadow Fiend. And they're actually going to go ahead and grab the Disruptor for themselves. Again, picking up heroes that they just played against because they see their strengths, and definitely against Slark and Wisp. I'm surprised Disruptor didn't get banned in first or second phase, but, well, And that's just how it goes here. I'm liking Thundercats lineup a lot more already. It just seems very solid. But the Chaos Knight coming out from Burden United. Okay, I'm going to fanboy pretty hard here because I think this is the most underrated hero in the current meta. Second to him is Clinks, but they're in completely different ways. This hero can win a lane so hard. And right now, they actually have potential to put Chaos Knight mid. And some of you are already like, whoa, what, huh? Who said, huh? Yeah, you heard me. Chaos Knight mid. Now, probably going to be with a dual lane with Wisp, but I've actually played CK mid kind of solo, and against melee mids, he does really well. Like, up against Pudge, no contest. You're good. You just stun and Reality Rift all day, you get early levels, you grab a bottle so you have the mana regen to spam, and you're good from there, honestly.
Yep. And, yeah, it's probably going to be that dual lane, and it would definitely work out in mid. It would be a little bit surprised to see that because, well, when have we ever seen that? But it doesn't make sense if you think about it. If you just anticipate that Shadow Fiend there, as you normally would, I mean, Thundercats still have the potential to just swap it around a little bit, put the Shadow Fiend in one position and pick up another mid if they want to, if they really fear for that. But yeah, Shadow Fiend, normally very susceptible to ganks. But if you have two heroes up against you, one of which who has a good stun here, or potentially good stun on the Chaos Knight, and the Wisp to give him the mana to be able to constantly throw that out, then you can't really be safe at any point in the middle lane as a Shadow Fiend, because if you get that 3 or 4 second stun, a couple of right clicks, add in the Wisp spirits.
Yeah,
it's really hard to say, but yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's plenty of damage to bring down the Shadow Fiend. And again, a Disruptor, if he's trying to help him out, he's not gonna be able to do too much. Except maybe glimpse the Chaos Knight back. Yay. He's gonna be able to walk right in here with the IO there. But yeah, Lion can maybe help out, but then again you're taken away from the Shadow Fiend in terms of experience, and that's something that he ideally wants as quickly as he can. But then once again, Shadow Fiend, even if he doesn't have the best time in mid, if the supports are stacking for him, then he can just clear the jungle wave with a couple of razors, a jungle camp with a couple of razors, and be A-okay as well. So,
yeah,
a lot of things that can happen, which is Dota in a nutshell, I suppose.
Yeah, the problem with the CK pick is, well, you Reality Rift up, you get your Manta style going, you grab CK, and then, or you grab Shadow Fiend with the Reality Rift, and then he explodes and kills all your illusions. It can kind of be a double-edged sword in this case. It'll be a Void ban from Burden United. This is something that could do very well against most of these heroes, just being able to get a big AoE stun off. That is something they're kind of lacking, excuse me. They definitely have damage. I'm really interested to see what this 5th pick is going to be.
Yeah. So right now, they'd be looking for a 1 position. It would be someone that could... Yeah, what? Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is someone who can sap CK's mana, which is really a big deal. Someone that does well when people are in close quarters, which IO constantly is, but she can kill the IO without even having to focus him with Split Shot. And also, physical damage amp, it's going to be great with Shadow Fiend on the team. They've also got great ways to keep them away from Dusa, because you don't want people getting too close to your Dusa. But a Bounty Hunter coming from Burden United, it's looking to be a very interesting game here. And Sexy Bamboo on the Bounty, I believe this is one of his signature heroes back in his prime.
I like the Medusa because, not just because of what you said, but also because it's yet another good counter to IO just relocating in. On top of what you already have. I mean, Clockwork Cogs to some degree, Disruptor, just being able to put down this static field. Shadow Fiend even just winding up his ultimate if he sees them coming.
Yep.
But this Bounty Hunter, I feel he has a lot of potential to do an enormous amount of damage here. Disruptor and Lion, both these supports are very squishy. If he just gets a couple of levels early, and then he might just be able to solo kill him later on. With just this normal combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, same goes for the Lion, and in Medusa, of course, very, not so much. She's normally very hard to kill. But still, I mean, if you take out these supports, then all you're left with is a tank, essentially a siege tank. What the Medusa is might stay alive, but if there's no support to give her space, then she won't be able to. Yeah, to really do a whole lot. Then you have a Shadow Fiend who also needs that kind of support.
Yeah. If you go ahead and introduce our Radiant team here at DragonDrop, that would be great. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm trying to go ahead and get us started here because action could be happening very early.
Probably a good idea. It's kind of in the zone, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Good idea to put me out of it. Else I would have just rambled on for 10 more minutes, I guess. But yeah, the Radiant team we've got for the Thundercats, 52 on the Shadow Fiend. Fluff gonna be playing the Disruptor. Spirit on the Lion. Monkeys Forever taking the Medusa, which leaves the off lane all to July Flame, this time around on the Clockwork.
Yeah, do want to also point out we do have Dr. Corporal British on stats. Big shout out to him for coming out. He was doing some stats from chat. I always mess that up. Last game, but this game he'll be doing some of his own here in the game. We've got Sexy Bambo on that off lane bounty hunter. Starting off with Boots first, looking to sap some XP. It is indeed a mid lane CK, even though he is with IO. That's going to be played by Necroman and My Nuts on the IO. Kappa, otherwise known as Come With Me, will be up to the top lane sporting the Dazzlator set. Yes, it is the Dazzle from, or on the support position. And good old Master Sing Sing, once again on the Slark that he did so well with game number 1. Going up against this offlane Clockwork, a hero who can actually do okay against this, and it looks like it's not just going to be one dual lane mid, it'll be 2, actually, as they're met with a Disruptor as well.
Just want to quickly point out that I won this Dazzle set today in the Beast Brawl.
Oh, awesome. It's a really nice one, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, back to the middle lanes and mid, dual lanes and mid. Of course, it's kind of what you're forced into if you're up against the Wisp plus anyone really in the mid. Because just of the sheer killing potential of the spirits and just an extra hero in the lane to just throw out the right clicks, right? Wisp is not gonna right click the creeps, so you can right click you instead and give out more harassment. So you have to have someone else here. But oh god.
Yeah, and this is the power of CK in the early game. It's already a kill. He's got extra move speed sitting at 380 with just the tether. Kesnat only has 12 games in 6.83 Gota. 8 of those he's with Wisp, going 5-3 together. And alone, he has a 41.71 rate and 6.83. I'm assuming that's in pubs. Possibly? Or maybe just without the Wisp. That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, without the Wisp, it's nearly as good.
Okay,
yeah. It is Gota.
Just when you don't think about the Wisp, okay. I was like, this doesn't make much sense. How do you get such a specific number from like 4 games? But actually, he'll be going in yet again on the Shadow Fiend, body blocking him out. The slow from Tether doing a lot of work, and the Spirit's going to come through as well. I believe this is another kill going their way. CK with 2 under his belt. And they're wanting to get on the fast track. Just hop on the horse and ride all the way to ESL 1.
Yeah. I mean, July Flame and Fluff, they do secure the kill on the Dazzle, trying to secure the Rune, but yeah, Shadow Fiend exposed in the middle lane. The tower isn't even helping them, right? Theoretically, 2 minutes in, the tower should be your best buddy, and no one should be able to touch you under it, but...
You would think, but...
Making it work.
CK has 4 starting armor, and he's got a stout shield here. Plus, he's got 600 HP. He is going to be just fine. He'll dive tower yet again. 1 second stun, but does a good chunk of damage.
Wow.
And he'll actually be going down there as well. My Nut's taking a lot of damage, but it looks like they've had Come With Me rotate in here, and he'll be able to heal up both of them as well. Monkey's most played hero in Pro Dota is Storm Spirit. Okay, I thought so. And that's why they were spec banded out. So at least showing some respect to the NA Dota scene, which is nice to see.
Yeah. So, enormously great start here in the middle lane. I think they have been stacking here, but only once this far camp. But if your Shadow Fiend dies 2 or 3 times already, before even the 5-minute mark, before the normal gank timings from the supports would come into play, that's not a good start, and yeah, it shows. I mean, he's forced to jungle already with only 2 points up in the race. It still works, but
it's not efficient.
It's not efficient, and it's so much space here for this middle lane. It's essentially a free farming lane for an extra carry, and then you still have the top lane here, where Slark is just having a decently fun time here. think it's the top of the last board, in fact. And then
Yeah.
the only thing that is...
Oh, they've got a big stack though. There's a triple stack on the medium camp and a double stack on the hard camp right now. So they've got that going for them. But meanwhile, Spirit gonna get rifted back towards them. He won't be able to get anything off, as July Flame will at least isolate the Wisp. He'll try to tether out, but it's not going to be enough. And now CK a little bit isolated. Dazzle will come in here. FluffDota on the run. He does have a glimpse available, and CK just going to back off for now. So they finally do pick off the Wisp here. And in the meantime, the Medusa has been able to get phase boots here and is virtually free farming on the bot lane, since Bounty Hunter did rotate around, and it looks like went down to...
Went down to Medusa, he down on bottom lane. Monkeys were actually very low, so they must have managed for it. Did not quite catch that, but...
Yep. And we're going to see an instant TP down to bot.
Now he can get her if he's... But yeah.
The other thing is that Monkeys has to be very cautious, because he can't just walk around with Mana Shield off, because then Bounty gets one hit on him, and boom, there's half your health gone. And now Bounty, of course, looking for that. Now, he has picked up a bottle for a little bit of regen, but I'd imagine we're going to see something like Drum's Deso. Maybe a Diffuse will come out on him at some point.
Diffusal, normally good against Medusa. Bounty doesn't have the biggest attack speed though, so for that, maybe not so much. Maybe he wants to pick it up just for the hell of it. It's a good chasing item as well, because it slows down, obviously.
Even a double raise combo, though, is only putting CK at about 350 health here. He'll grab Spirit, get the stun off. He'll get glimpsed back to safety as well. Wisp a little alone, but...
Oh, Wisp! Watch out here, watch out. What are you doing? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Bottle charges.
Go home, Wisp.
That's gonna be a heal from the Dazzle. Another rune will spawn as well, so... The brackets will be able to fill up the bottle. And yeah, they can do that every single time as long as both of them are here. And they have a bit of regen.
Yeah, and speaking of regen, Bounty gonna find himself a regen rune on the bot lane. He'll be able to really harass out Medusa with this, because he can throw a couple shurikens in, and then just back up behind his tower and regen if he needs to. Medusa does have level 6, but Bounty should be able to get away just fine. Speaking of level 6, though, Bounty actually gonna have his as well. And there's gonna be a rotation down from the Dazzle, smoked up. I don't think they saw him here, but they know somebody's on the way. Dust coming out as well. There's not easy escape for Bounty here, but Fluff doesn't have a glimpse available at the moment, and CK is rotating down as well. They'll get a little bit of damage off on Medusa, but mostly a slow. The track doing some work here. CK now revealed to the enemy team. Nice Earth Spike out on him to try and drag him back. Fluff gonna send him back toward home, and now they're a little bit split apart. Fluff does go down, and it looks like they're gonna be just fine, actually, as Spirit could be going down. Here he is. Oh, he's tracked up, and a shuriken will do the job.
Not quite the target that they wanted, but still. I mean, Fluff only just having level 1 glimpse was not able to get in range to actually bring the bounty hunter back. And that was kind of what cost him, because the track movement speed is no joke in these kind of situations. You get extra movement speed if you're chasing a track target, and yeah. It's what helped them stay on top of the line there, if nothing else. And oh, they get Shadow Fiend as well. Does he get the kill on the IO? That's a question. I don't think so. Another long range raise. He's
no. The little bit of extra move speed there from CK was able to close the distance here. I'm really interested to see that Wisp has only just now got a point in overcharge. Usually, in this situation, you want to get overcharged very early on, so you can give CK that extra regen, that extra protection. But they've played it so well, they don't even need it. Yep. And CK is sitting on what's basically, yeah, it's a drum done. 8 minutes in, and only about 400 from Treads. Unfortunately, a little miscommunication. A glimpse back, and Clockwork misses the hook shot. They'll be able to take CK down, I believe. Not without taking a bit of damage themselves. IO trying to make it back here. He'll be turning on overcharge just to survive and resist some of that damage, but it won't be enough. So a nice turnaround for them. They actually get 1,400 gold off that kill, and that's not all. Bounty dusted up. They're not going to quite find him yet. He gets a track off on Fluff, and he'll be backing off for now.
And yeah, if Wisp was there like a second earlier, then maybe they could have even got the kill on Shadow Fiend. He dropped down below half health just fighting the Shadow Fiend there.
Yeah. And that's not where you want your Shadow Fiend to be. You want him to be able to walk into the fight and be like, hi, I'm Shadow Fiend, I'm going to kill you all. Yep. And that's definitely not the case. Now, he is going to try to get a quad stack off here. Not 100% sure if that's going to work. It looks like it is, actually. And this will be a big source of farm for him. If he didn't need the gold so much, I'd say even just wait till you respawn and then harvest this so that you can get your souls back almost instantly. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, though, they're going to go after Spirit here. Wisp leaving CK to get a couple of levels. It looks like it's going to be a Null Talisman for Bounty Hunter, who is actually going to get hit with a hook shot, zoned away from Medusa. They can't quite see him, but the dust will do the job there. And July Flame now on a killing spree, as Thundercats are on a little bit of a comeback here. They're honestly recovering pretty nicely.
Yeah.
The only problem is Sing Sing is free farming.
You know when you're drowning and then that first pick up on the Shadow Fiend in mid, that was that moment where you just break through the water surface,
yeah,
and then take another breath.
Where you finally get something.
Yeah. And then the big quad stack here on the hard cam was the second, was you just kind of coughing out the water out of your lungs, and then another pick off down here.
Yeah.
Of course, Bounty did get a try kill off on line before. Might get another one here on July Flame with the Wisp help, maybe. Clockwork though still has a card, so it's a little bit hard. Now CK, he actually has an invis rune to his name. Might not expect this.
Yeah, he was able to pick this up top. They know he has it, but they of course don't know where he is. He's looking for a rift. He's actually going to get it, and he'll connect with a stun. Some tower hits coming through, but they're not going to do quite enough. He's got enough hits to seal the deal. Plus, they had a shuriken. They would have had a stun available in just a few seconds. And actually, interestingly enough, this Chaos Knight's skill build is a little different. He's gone for 4-2-1-1. I didn't really see when he got the ultimate, but usually you're going to go 4-4-0-0 by level 8. At least that's what's popular. And then get the ult once you've really started to get some stats, because early on your illusions aren't going to do much, and it just costs so much mana early on, it's almost not worth it.
Yeah, maybe just does it out of consideration for the glimpse. Like, maybe if there's two Chaos Knights, it's a little bit harder for the Disruptor to glimpse the right one back if he plays it right.
It's definitely a possibility.
But yeah. Apart from that, I mean, you see it. I mean, that's that was a 140-second cooldown, and the illusion died to a couple of creep hits, most than anything else. So.
It did, however, give them kind of a little bit of protection from the just aggression coming out from this team. Now, they will be headed back here in just a minute. Wispy is going to be returning anytime now, and it's just him. And he's going to get out to the Dazzle, which is why Dazzle was hanging out a little longer. Io gets haked up, and he will be going down. There's a 4-second stun out onto 52, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah. I mean, Corporal's got it right here. 204 damage right clicks, 10 minutes in, on top of your regular heroes. This is like bonus right clicks. It's huge. There's another stun coming out. It's a 3-second this time around. No rift to follow up. He's a little afraid of the rest of the team there. And it looks like it's going to be armlet for your CK, so.
Definitely standard build's going to help him like be even more obnoxious than he already is, you could say.
Yeah.
Anti-Hunter going for the Dagon? Maybe with the null as well as the stuff of wizardry. Thanks for pointing it out, Dr. Corporal.
I actually like this.
Shield on monkeys. As you said, half health. He puts it on now, but it's already below. Does he have enough damage? Would double damage shoot? Maybe. There's not a lot to commit to it though.
Yeah. This is where that Dagon can actually come in real handy at bursting these squishy heroes down. I mean, Medusa and Shadow Fiend will get tanky in the late game, but you get this Dagon at 15 minutes or less, you're basically using it like a Midas to farm heroes, and it's giving you even more gold because you're already Bounty Hunter.
Yeah. He's waiting in the wings here, looking for someone to rotate in. Might find Julie Flame. Or someone else. He's gonna scout out the teleports. And the Shadow Fiend here. Who do they want to go on? They decide...
Oh, 3-second stun on monkeys, but... no follow-up coming through. But... this can be the problem for their team, okay? You need to go ahead and press your advantage. You can't just say, we've got an advantage, and sit back and just say, okay, we got our advantage, we're good now.
Yep.
You're not. You're not even close to good. You need to actually go and completely take your advantage. Completely overtake the enemy team and push their base 30 minutes in. Yep. CK can still go late game. That doesn't mean you have to, and it's a lot riskier to go late game than to just go ahead and end the game early with your early advantage, especially in this metagame.
Yep. Problem in this instance was that the first one they really saw was Monkeys Forever, and they already expended the CK stun on her.
Yeah.
And it's not the target that you want to go for if you know that there's support around, right?
And especially when you know there's stone gates available.
Yeah. They would have just died coming out of that, and it would have been a bad trade, regardless. Nice hook shot here as a return.
There's dust available, but they will try to jump in on him. CK is actually not coming in with IO right now. They do take down the bounty hunter though, but Lion paying for it. Shadow Fiend ulti coming off, and it's going to be big damage. Monkeys Forever on the run. He needs to turn on that mana shield. Not that it'll completely save his life, but oh well.
Well, the illusion kind of... okay.
Yeah, those illusions too weak. They need a buff. Clearly, DragonDrop.
Well, the illusion finished off the Medusa, so it's just gonna say, okay, it's pretty good.
And nice micro there from Necroman as well, but Sing, isn't enough?
What? How is he still alive? Oh, Shadow Fiend is
Overcharge. Overcharge protected Sing Sing so well there, and you have to hand it all to my nuts.
But he got glimpsed back right here, and it looked like he was within the kinetic fields, but he was still able to walk out. That was so crazy. On more than one level, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burn United once again accumulating a really large gold lead for themselves here.
Yeah, definitely. And that just shows the biggest thing about Wisp is not like, let's go relocate right. It's using Overcharge properly. In my opinion, it's just, it does so much. It reduces damage, it amplifies your own damage you're doing, and now there's the armlet. It's done. 16 minutes in, Treads, drums, armlet. The CK is ready to rock and roll, and I'd imagine we're going to see something like Manta come up from next, but even Diffusal is a possibility. Simply because your illusions are going to hit Dusa with that mana burn, since you are melee, and burning Dusa's mana is probably the most effective way of killing her, so...
I would actually like that quite a lot, especially with the position that they're in right now. You could definitely afford that. You can even sell it later on if you don't need it. Bottom lane here, Shallow Grave, a little bit early, but definitely good.
They'll still be able to kill him off, I believe. Hex comes through.
They don't want you need to use it.
And Shadow Fiend securing the kill there with the one more right click. He's going straight for a mech, and they definitely need that kind of resilience up against this team. The problem is they have so much burst coming out, especially with the potential Dagon coming out for bounty, and now there it is. It's actually done at this point. They're going to be looking for it right now. Now, he isn't invis. He doesn't even need the Dagon. Yeah, the track was on him, and they were able to interrupt it. 52, getting stunned up here. Medusa with the Stone Gaze coming through, trying to chase down CK, who's armletting up. He's going to get separated, but he'll be forced to pop his ulti here. He at least pulls his other illusion into the cogs to fight Clockwork. Nice armlet toggle there, but it won't be enough. Ulti from the Shadow Fiend will actually help finish him off and just zone a few heroes out there. Pick up the Wisp as well, but Bounty Hunter, he's on the prowl for July Flame, and he wants to take him down. A right click, a Shuriken, and a Dagon, it looks like, is all that's really needed. Shadow Fiend going down in the end. It's a 2-for-2 trade. Make that 2-for-3, though, as they pick up the Dazzle. And Thundercats, you know, getting a hold on this game. I'd say in the super late game, Medusa can definitely outlast CK, and they have a lot of ways to deal with the illusions. However, the question is more, do they get there?
Yeah. TC definitely is struggling. They're fighting back, and gotta give mad props for them for just being able to do that. There was a really good Stone Gaze there, just making everyone fall back at a time where they really didn't want to. Right, and then Chaos Knight a little
they saw him!
Yeah, Wisp not able to save him this time. Oh,
but a relocate coming in from Wisp and the CK. They're going to jump Monkeys, who has no ult, no mana shield on either. He's going to go down before he even has a chance to, well, do anything. Sprint, dragged out. They won't take him down. July Flame in with a hook shot, but unfortunately, Wisp is headed back home, buddy. It's too bad Come With Me isn't playing the Wisp, you know?
Yeah. At some point, I just got a question. clock. He's got Glimpse back here, so he's as well as Kinetic Field.
Nice defensive play by Disruptor there.
At some point, I'm just gonna question the judgment of ever turning the Mana Shield off, to be honest. Because you know that there's gonna be a Bounty Hunter, you know that there's gonna be a Relocate. There's gonna be that really quick stun disable or burst damage just straight up. So, I don't know. So always keeping it on seems to be the better option in this scenario. I mean, you don't have a whole lot of mana to play with, or a whole lot of stats. He did go for the Meltstone instead of a quick Scotty.
Oh, but and still. A combo out on Lion. Just taking him down quick. And this is where getting the quick Dagon can really make an impact. You have to build it against the right team, and you have to build it on the right hero, but if you can pull it off and hit that timing, you're going to be golden.
He's even leveling it up. What do you think about that? Against
Lion and Disruptor, I say why not. Disruptor is such a pain in these fights anyway, that I feel like picking him off is a very big deal. Now they will smoke toward the Roche Pit, but CK's going to get revealed. And now they know something's up. Other team smoke coming in. July Flame in a little deep, but he'll actually pick off Come With Me. Shadow Fiend going down to CK, who will actually grab himself a double damage rune. And actually,
hello.
Clockwork just melted. Like, and I wouldn't even say melted. He basically combusted there.
He just got virtually one shot.
Yeah. And now Wisp coming back into the pit. Now, British is mentioning there's no recorded stats for Medusa Maelstrom. This is a farming item, and generally if you're going to go for that farming build, you're actually going to go for Yasha Mask of Madness. But I think they're getting it so that they can more quickly kill the CK illusions, for one thing. And also, if they upgrade it to a Mjolnir, there's that defensive shield. So every time you get hit by CK illusions, you turn it all around. And yeah, that's a level 3 Dagon bounty 20 minutes in.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew.
Indeed. That's a lot of damage. I mean, 600 burst damage from just that alone. Add 325 from the Shuritas, and just the right clicks that he does, 220. So 110 damage or so, times 2.25 on the Janata, plus Shadow Walk extra damage.
Now he has to be very careful, because if he tries to go on more than one hero at once, he can easily get killed. And I assume it's not going to be too long before they're thinking about picking up a gem. I don't think they can just yet because they'll just lose it. But
then again, it's always a good trade if you get the track off first.
They've got Dust on Clockwork, but they're going to miss it. Oh, no, they got him.
Do they see him though? Yes,
they can see him now. Yeah, they'll take him down, and that's a lot of hate coming out from Lion, but you can't blame him either.
Well, it's his own personal Dagon. Almost does. Yeah, it does exactly the same damage right now. Actually.
Now there is a 10k gold lead.
On the bottom.
Plus at that point.
Comes in right into Static Field. Monkeys Forever though pops onto Stonegaze as well. Actually keeps him alive. Do they have enough damage to turn us around though? They do. On the Wisp.
Nicely done. And Monkey's cleaning up a kill he desperately needs there. Bounty going down as well up top. CK and Come With Me's Dazzle will make it out of here, but or CK wasn't even here. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Reportcaster very noob.
But yeah, they relocated right into that kinetic field. Static Storm, goddammit. Static Storm kinetic field combo.
Oh.
That's just one of the pitfalls of the Wisp. That you can fall into if you're not careful.
And guys, I apologize for not having the overlay completely correct up until now.
Oh, look at Fluff. Almost dies despite the glimpse.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Necroman, though, he's getting picked off here, and he's gonna fall. He does have Aegis. Sexy Bambo is nearby, and he's trying to take down the Lion. Sing Sing's there to help him out, too. Sing Sing does still have ult up. They'll glimpse back to Shadow Fiend, but CK actually stuck in the trees. He'll break himself out with his ult. But unfortunately, he's dropping pretty fast. Requiem off from the Shadow Fiend, but is it enough damage? Shadow Fiend dropping very low. He'll take down Sexy Bambo with him, who did get a double kill here. They're trying to pick off Sing. If they can find him, they will be able to really even this up. But Monkeys Forever, 4-second stun. July Flame picks him off with the rest of the damage there. But Necroman is just too tanky at this point. Monkeys Forever cannot be stopped. They'll grave him as well, and a Dazzle heal to take him down. There's 3 buybacks available, but also 4 heroes died in that engagement, and that'll be a BKB coming up for your Chaos Knight very soon here. I mean, Thundercats have come a long way, but at the end of the day, it seems like they're just up against a brick wall at the moment.
Yeah. That's not just the strength of the Dazzle, to be honest. I mean, just being able to turn these kind of fights, then, and when it does become more and more even, thanks to just the inherent progression of the heroes and how the fight progresses. Just one shallow grave keeps Shadow Fiend alive, and then all of the damage that they did to him, and they did quite a bit of work trying to bring him down there. All of that just nullified in an instant. He does survive. He does get another kill or so, I believe. At least he was involved, of course. Now back up to full health thanks to the wisps. So
yeah, Bounty now does a 10,030 or whoa, okay, 1,035. Yeah, Bounty just does 10,000 magical burst. No big deal, guys.
It's doing the math. Yeah.
He just kills any hero, and I believe British did that before he just upgraded his Dagon again. And if that's the case, we can add on another 100 damage.
No, I did. No, it's
or 75 with reduction,
damage
but
plus 325 from the Shuritas. And of course, that's not
even considering the crit.
Damage, right?
Yeah. Shuriken level 4 Dagon, you can kill Lion. Not a happy camper, this Lion. Yeah, his magic resistance isn't even going to matter at that point.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's just not enough.
He practically needs to have a Lincoln's to survive Bounty Hunter at this point.
He needs 3 braces, man.
Yeah.
But at least 1 or 2.
And I mean, even if he had the Lincolns, Bounty can just track him.
Yeah.
And well, that got blocked. And blocked.
Oh well. Not a fun game to be a Lion in. I mean, similar for the Disruptor, he does need that extra right click for him though. To actually bring him down, but yeah. Top lane.
Bounty gets the deny.
All alone. All big bursts coming out, not quite enough, and there we go in the back lines.
Yeah.
Lion falls again, Bounty does die, and everyone else trying to get back, not an interrupt. So
nicely done there by the Shadow Fiend though. He popped his ult and then TP'd out. He also used... Well, I thought he used BKB. I'm very mistaken there, it looks like, because he doesn't even have one. But, he popped the ult just to keep them away from him a little bit longer, which I think ended up saving his life.
Yep. Oh, speaking of life, Fluff might not be so lucky here. 3 seconds stun, easy kill.
He does have that Ghost Scepter to survive CK a little longer, but of course, when he's stunned like that, he can't just walk away like he'd like to, so...
Just enough time for one last prayer, I guess. Not even religious, so I shouldn't be making jokes like that, but there you go. Hookshot is up and running. Should be a relatively easy hookshot as well, if they're pushing a tower like that, but this one's gonna fall. Without the Medusa and Shadow Fiend there, they can't really fight, but yeah, of course, with the another tier 2 still up and running, Burden United don't really want to go for tier 3 just yet anyway. They don't need to. They have complete control of this game. And they can go for another Roshan once that respawns in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
They can,
of course, if Bounty were living up to his 10,000 damage potential, our chat just said he could one-shot Roche.
Yeah.
Not overpowered at all. Totally balanced. CK has very interesting stats, it looks like. For example, his progression, if it's finished before 25 minutes, has an 80% win rate. Otherwise, it has a 62% win rate. And I'm assuming you're talking about the progression he already has, if he finishes it by 25 minutes. I mean, first of all, if you've got Treads, Drum, Armlet, and BKB at 25 minutes, you're sitting pretty nicely. But that it falls off so late, that just shows how weak of a hero CK becomes in the late game. This lineup is kind of built to deal with him in the late game, but isn't able to deal with him in the early game at the moment. And actually, it's going to be Monkeys with that Scotty up now. I'd still like to see Lincolns come up on him, but they do have a lot to pop it with, so...
Yeah, I don't think this is a Lincoln's game, to be honest. Probably BKB more than anything else. Because it does keep you safe from the Chaos Knight in some way, because you don't have to fear this Reality Rift.
So you either don't have to fear Reality Rift or Chaos Bolt, so...
Yeah, of course.
It's one or the other, and they're both extremely strong spells, and with Wisp, Reality Rift is basically a slow as well, if he's got you tethered, so...
But yeah...
And he's going to go for the Yasha now as well, so...
feel like they need some extra physical damage as well, especially on Medusa, because she does have that split shot, Shadowfiend doesn't. And they're gonna eventually need that up against the illusions, as July Flame will find out now. Nice stun comes out, not gonna work up against the BKB obviously, so July Flame just being shot away at by his own target.
But they did get rid of the illusions!
Here.
Oh no! Spirit, please! Now CK tries to jump on Medusa right here. She'll be able to get the kill. Disruptor actually finishing it off, so ending CK's mega kill streak. But Monkeys has taken almost no damage, it appears, at the moment. They'll take down the Bounty Hunter. Shadowfiend does fall to Slark, who is on the run, but the slow from Medusa is doing a lot of work to him. And he is trapped in that kinetic field for a moment, saving his leap out, or actually a leap back in, as Monkeys, his mana's dropping fast now and he's trying to get away. He'll at least try to take down the Wisp with him, but it won't be enough. That overcharge is just too strong. We've got the Ghost Scepter trying to keep Disruptor alive, but they'll just wait it out, and that's a 5-man wipe from Burdens United. I mean, they lose CK, they lose Bounty Hunter, and that's good, but you gotta have somebody remaining there from Thundercats to make a difference in these fights.
Part of me is like, oh my god, the balls on this team of Burden United. I mean, not retreating there, just going back in here on the back of the Wisp, but then again, on the other hand, there's also a little bit of misplay from TC there. I mean, it starts with Lion using the Finger of Death on a stone form target. That was the Chaos Knight. It was like one major source of damage just taken out of the fight, and then just seeing what's happening for a couple of seconds at a time, with Slark just right-clicking away at you, with Wisp right next to him, and not actually right-clicking the Wisp without the split shot on.
Yeah.
I mean, Wisp was very low at that point as well. I mean, normally you would have to just turn around, right-click the Wisp 1 or 2 times, and he's dead, and then all of a sudden Slark is not as scary anymore. He would have died, for sure, if he didn't have that overcharge and that extra heal.
And there's the Mjolnir for Monkeys, so you can pull Monkeys in, but he's going to at least reflect some damage back at you. And I'm trying to see here, we don't have a Diffusal up yet, so they won't be able to get rid of that shield very early on. Wouldn't be surprised to see someone pick one up there. They're against a Medusa for after all, you know. I'm not sure who it would be, but
yeah. Well, they've shown that they don't really need a Diffusal, to be honest. I mean, the Abyssal Blade for Slark might just do the trick by itself. He's still about 2,300 gold or so away from it, and then he also will want to bank up for buyback, I guess.
Yeah.
E-Blade Dagon, yeah, it's definitely on the list for bounty on shopping list, I would say. I mean, if you go YOLO, you go full YOLO, right? There's no level 5 Dagon and no E-Blade, or vice versa.
It's either level 1 or level 5. Oh my.
Oh, come on.
And they glimpse him, but he's like, yep, thanks, got it. I'm right here. Next he gets the E-Blade, then he gets the Blink, then he gets the Force Staff too. And he's just in and out. Jim won't help you there.
Nope.
Because the other thing is, he's got so much ranged damage with the Dagon. Like, if you buy a Jim, he doesn't have to be right next to you to actually hit you.
Yeah, only thing missing is a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Like full ninja. Oh man, that creep didn't even see it coming. That's another cool thing about level 5 Dagon. I mean, it's not just the damage and the cast range that scales, it's also the cooldown. Down to 15 seconds. Which is enormous. And he has a decent enough mana pool to be able to use it a couple of times as well. With the bottle and the magic wand as well, and the little bit of extra stats from the Ghost Scepter. Pretty fun hero, if you get to that point. And if you have these kind of squishy sports on the other hand that make for juicy targets. But yeah, of course, Medusa. It's Medusa, right? I mean, if there's a hero in the game that can come back from this kind of gold lead, which
it's definitely Medusa, yeah.
Yeah. It's 25,000, pretty damn close to.
So is
gold, 20,000 tones experience. It's pretty crazy.
So is this a Rapier game?
I think it's gonna have to be.
I mean, other than okay, Slark could carry it, but CK's not going to do amazing with the Rapier simply because his illusions won't get the damage. Now, of course, he can crit, so he'll be fine, but gonna be a little iffy. They'll actually glimpse back to Slark and kinetic field him up, but he's just going to take the advantage just ulti up, back off a bit, and he'll be okay, it looks like.
They're not pushing out the other lane, so they're looking for an engagement angle here. Is Burden United. It's gonna be a little bit hard up against the kinetic field here. But the track is definitely gonna help. Just having that high ground vision is extremely crucial if you want to do something like this. But yeah, it looks like they thought better of it, just looking to push out at least one other wave. That's kind of the safer path to go instead of just going head first up the ramp up against 5. We just push out 2 waves, then oh, nice hook shot here. On to Kappa.
Yeah.
It's a shot of Revo though. And in the backlines. Fluff almost dies into Bounty, gets glimpsed back here, caught in the kinetic field, but now Slug comes in, focuses on the Shadow Fiend, gets a bash, gets another right click to secure the kill here. Clockwork dies as well. Medusa forever. Next one, he gets bashed up as well.
He does get the ult.
Get the ult off. It does actually turn the Slug into
dear. He got CK with it.
An effigy here, but Slug will be able to pick up the Slack. July Flame back from the dead, but not for long.
Yeah, and they're going to be pushing a Rax off this.
Yeah.
I'm really wondering why they... I'm half wondering why they don't buy back on Medusa. They could just say, okay, it might be hopeless now. We can't do anything without Stone Gaze up. Oh, there is a stat for me on here. And it's a pretty decent stat, too. And as you can see, she annihilates those illusions very quickly. They'll actually glimpse back the CK. This could be the pickoff they've been looking for. They'll get a 3-second stun on Monkeys. Can he stay alive, though? Bit return damage coming back to CK. He does fall here, but has the Aegis up. And looks like they're just going to continue the siege here. Medusa kind of needs to go back to base, but she's not going to get the opportunity to, as everyone jumps in on her. Could this be the end for the Thundercats? They won't make it to the Thunderdome, it looks like, as Medusa is down for 90 seconds. They're still hanging on by a thread, but at this point, they are indeed living on a prayer here. And they grab the Wisp.
One of the few people they can kill, but not without... might not even get to kill him here with the Shallow Grave coming out.
They can't even kill my nuts.
Enough for Shadow Fiend. The bashes are just too strong.
They can't even kill my nuts.
Godlike indeed is the Slug. Triple kill. The racks are down finally. Yeah, it's gonna be GG pretty damn soon.
And Wisp is just like, guys, I'm low health. I'm gonna relocate back to base because there's nothing else to jump on right now. Well, there was briefly a Clockwork, but Bounty Hunter made sure that Clockwork Extermination Squad got through here, and they made sure they took care of any buckets of bolts laying around. Okay? Don't fear the Robot Uprising, kids. Bounty Hunter's around. He's good. And GG will be called. Burdens United, they're going to be going to the Qualifier since they won the Qualifier for ESL1.
Qualifier, guys!
They've qualified for the Qualifier. And congrats to them.
The main events later in Frankfurt. I will be there live. I'm not going to count, unfortunately.
Well, you never know. You could cast from the stands. Give us a little live webcam. Just hold your phone up and do a selfie cast. Then they'd really critique your camera work. Yes, camera way too shaky. I can't help it. There was wind. Anyways, we joke. But Burning United, congrats to them. That's Necroman, My Nuts, Sing Sing, Sexy Bambo, and Come With Me. And I am very happy that My Nuts has made it, because it feels like a part of me might make it to ESL1 as well.
What?
Never mind. Look, I don't get the opportunity to cast My Nuts often, so I have to make the jokes when I can, DragonDrop. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the cast, make sure you check out Truesight on Twitch, Truesight on Twitter, or Truesight TV on Twitch, on Twitter, on Facebook. I think later on tonight we're going to be covering a American game of the JDL. So that should be pretty interesting. If you're interested in checking that out, make sure you follow this channel. You'll get a notification when we go live. And we really, really appreciate all your support, guys. Any feedback to us as casters, you can check me out at SBRevolution5 on Twitter and SBRevolution5 Dota on Facebook. DragonDrop here is at DragonDrop Dota on Twitter as well. I'm very sorry about that.
It's not SB DragonDrop Dota 5, no.
No.
That's not how it works.
And of course, our lovely stats man, Dr. Corporal British. That's at DRCPL British on Twitter as well. Almost forgot about that. And we really appreciate all of your support, as usual.
Yep, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Please give me all your money. See you next time.
See you guys later.